Hello everybody, welcome back to Bountiful Blessings Urban Homestead. In this video we're going to be going over our rabbits' genotypes and phenotypes, so stay tuned if you're curious on learning a little bit about rabbits' colors and why they show up. Over here we have our pedigrees for our rabbits. This is not all of our pedigrees. We did end up calling and eating a couple of rabbits that we purchased. And we also have a couple rabbits born from these rabbits that we need to make pedigrees for as well. Over here we have all of our rabbits that we have currently and the phenotypes and genotypes that we currently know. If we flip the page, we can see our previous litters that we've had. This one's from Luna, this one's from Pixie, this one's from Trixie. We've also recently had our new one from Pixie, which you guys have been keeping up with on YouTube. We have one from Coco, one from Bun Bun, and one from Luna, also due here in about 3 days actually. So stay tuned for that. Here we have a few rabbit pairings drawn out on paper after using Punnett squares and the genotypes to figure out what type of phenotypes we might get from each litter and the percentage. So here we have Luna, which is a black doe, and Latte, which is a chocolate otter. They could have chocolate otters, black otters, chocolate self, black self, dilute otters, or dilute self if they carry the dilute gene. So we'll see if they carry the dilute gene, and that will allow us to fill in some of the blank spaces on our genotype map here, because we have quite a few blank spaces where we don't know, like the secondary C on all of our rabbits. We don't know if our rabbits carry the full color. Well, we know that they all carry the full color, but we don't know if any of them carry chin or shaded or white. Like our chocolate buck, he has a white ancestor, so he could carry the little C, the recessive C. We do know that some of our rabbits are dilute carriers because they have had dilute in their litters. For example, this black doe, she had blue or lilac colored kit, so that tells us that she has to carry the recessive D for the dilute color, and whoever her partner was, which was Moses, which is a lilac, obviously carried the 2 double recessives. So if we look at the next one, we can see that we have Coco and Bogo, which are both chocolate. They are both going to be self-colored 100% because they're both self, no otter, no broken, no agouti at all. We don't have any agouti in any of our rabbits. They're going to be 100% chocolate colored because they both carry the 2 recessive C's. So that would mean that all of their kits carry the recessive B's, I'm sorry. And they're all going to be 100% full colored. We don't know what litters are going to carry. They could throw out a couple shaded or oddballs, like if we do end up with a match where one rabbit, for example, has a chin gene and the other rabbit that we bred it to also has a chin gene. We could get a 25% chance that we get a chinchilla rabbit, but that hasn't happened yet for us, so we can just keep those as blanks and question marks for now until we get a few generations down the line and make sure that we don't have any of those recessive C genes as well. Then if we move on here, we can see that these rabbits from the 2 chocolate colored are going to be mostly intense colored, which is the capital D, not the recessive D. It's dominant over the recessive, and intense means that they're going to be the either chocolate or black colored, not lilac or blue, so they're not going to be diluted. And we do know that one of them, they both carry one capital D, and we don't know if either one of them carry dilute at all. So there's a 25% chance that we could get an offshoot of a dilute kit as well. Now for the E, we do have BOGO, who does carry the recessive E, which is the non-extension gene to create a tort, which we do have a tort here. This tort is the kit of BOGO and Pixie, so that would mean that BOGO, who is not non-extension, would have to have a dominant and a recessive E, and Pixie, who is not non-extension, would have to have a dominant and recessive E, and that is an example of an offshoot of the 25% tort colored kits. And we did get a broken tort colored kit from that pairing as well. So there's we don't know if the other rabbit carries the little E or not, so we left it as a question mark for now. Because it's a question mark, that gave us two 25% with the question mark here. For example, this could just be a capital E here, and this could be a lowercase e here, and that would just make 50% of those. But if it is, on the off chance, lowercase e here, then it would make 50% here, and this would remain at 25% tort colored. And then these two rabbits are also 100% self. En is self. Capital En, lowercase en would be broken, and capital would be Charlie colored, which is minimal spotting on the rabbit. Alright, if you guys have made it this far in the video, we're going to take you through a couple Punnett squares and show you exactly how I worked out those chances and ratios so that you guys could learn how to do it yourselves. Here we have one written out right here. This is a Punnett square like we learned in biology in high school or middle school. This is representing the rabbit's pattern. So here we have AT, which represents otter or tan colored, and here we have lowercase recessive A, which represents self or solid colored. And so, for example, we have a few of our rabbits who have this exact allele setup, which each rabbit carries two alleles. One of them you always see, the other one could be recessive and hide. So this rabbit has the otter gene and the self gene, and for example, this rabbit has the otter gene and the self gene. And if we bred these two rabbits together, they are going to each give one allele to the kit. Whether that be the otter gene or the self gene from each rabbit determines what we get in our litter. So here we have two rabbits, one rabbit here, one rabbit here, and they each carry the otter and the self gene. The otter and the self gene. So we have four possible outcomes. The first outcome is going to be AT, which is going to be 100% guarantee that that rabbit is going to be otter. The second outcome is going to be from this rabbit and this rabbit, which is ATA, which is going to be an otter rabbit that carries the self gene as well. Otter is dominant to self, so you will not see the self, you will see the otter. Here we have from this rabbit AT, and from this rabbit A, another otter that carries the self gene. And for this rabbit, or this possibility, we have the little a and the little a, which is going to be a self rabbit. So here you can see that with two otter rabbits, you can get a self rabbit or solid rabbit only if both of your rabbits carry the solid gene. So this is how hidden and recessive genes can lay hidden in your rabbitry in your herd. So make sure to stay tuned and watch how we can teach you how to watch for these certain genes in your herd. You can even go back into your pedigrees to help find them. Here we can show you this with our black doe. Here she's a black doe. Her dad's a black, her mom's a black. We have black, blue, black, black, blue, 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 chocolate. Okay, we have one chocolate in this entire pedigree, but this rabbit is able to have chocolate kits, meaning this one little this one little recessive B for chocolate color stayed through all the way through. This was the black B, this was a black with a recessive B, this was a black with a recessive B, and it passed the black with a recessive B even onto this rabbit, which are all black rabbits, but they carry the chocolate because this rabbit here had chocolate kits, and that's only possible if she carries the recessive B. That's it for this video. Make sure you guys stay tuned and watch for those new litters that are coming. Make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to our channel as we post videos on a weekly basis, and we try to keep you guys updated on what's going on at our homestead. Thanks for watching, everybody. This is Bountiful Blessings, and we'll catch you next time. Bye.